This video is about organization. The organization of your paragraph should look like this. You start with your claim. The claim answers the prompt. Then you have your context. The first two sentences introduce the whole text. Then the next two sentences introduce the specific scene. That scene is telling us what's happening when the quote appears in the book. So this last two sentences should introduce the evidence. So then you have your evidence, and that's a quote that supports your claim. And then lastly, you have your analysis. Your analysis has 3 steps. You first explain it. You summarize the quote in your own words. Then you break it down. So you break down specific parts of the quote, and then you tie the quote back to your claim. Then you conclude with a conclusion sentence where you restate your claim, usually beginning with "in conclusion." Here is an example of a paragraph with all 4 parts. So I'm going to read this, and starting with its claim. John Steinbeck's use of figurative language in Of Mice and Men helps us better understand characters. So that's the claim. The novel is about 2 men, Lenny and George, who are working at a ranch in order to get a better life. George is quick and smart and cares for Lenny, who has a mental disability. Okay, those were the first 2 sentences of context. In this scene, it is George and Lenny's first day of work. The boss comments that Lenny isn't a talker. That's the next 2 sentences of context that introduces the specific scene. George says, "No, he ain't, but he's sure as hell of a good worker, strong as a bull." Steinbeck, 22. This is citing the quote. Okay, so now this next part is analysis. In this quote, George tells the boss that even though Lenny doesn't talk, he is a strong worker. That's explain it. Steinbeck uses the simile "strong as a bull" to compare Lenny to a bull in order to show his extreme strength. The image of a bull may also have a slightly negative tone because it is used to describe people who are big and strong, but also stubborn. This hints at how Lenny sometimes gets stuck on one thing the way people who are stubborn might. The simile to compare Lenny to a bull helps us better have a better understanding of Lenny's physical characteristic of being strong and also his personality of being stuck on things. Then I would end with, in conclusion, Steinbeck's use of similes help us to have a deep understanding of characters. Okay, so that restates my claim. Right now, go ahead and pause the video and copy these notes down in your notebook so that you know the 4 parts of a paragraph and you have these notes available to you during your time to write.